Hey everybody, it's Anthony and Andrew with an update on what you have all been waiting for, the Palms Buffet.
According to our mail, right, in the comments,
Yeah.
everybody like, when's it going to happen? When are you going to go? When's it going to happen, right? So we went.
Before we get started, let me ask you this question, Anthony. You've been here in Vegas since 1979. Is there anybody who's tried more Las Vegas buffets than you?
Ooh, that's a good one, man. Eating more for sure. I mean, I guarantee you that there are people out there that all they do is eat buffets. You know, year in, year out, day in, day out. You know, they're eating a buffet somewhere. Eating more different ones, I don't know, man. I'd have to maybe make myself the favorite.
Okay.
You know, I used to come here when I was 6, 7 years old. I used to come with my family, and we would eat. My earliest recollection was the Hacienda weekend brunch. I think it was something like $1.99 or something. And
wow.
I used to look forward to it like crazy, you know, like a kid. And then when I came out here in '79, I used to eat the buffets because nobody had any money. You know, me and all my friends, we didn't have any money, so we'd go to the buffets. And then when I started the Advisor, it was, I had to try them.
Right.
And over the years, I've tried all the different kinds and all the different meals at so many places. So to say that I've got the barometer to compare against as well as anybody, I would say, I definitely qualify there.
He's well qualified. He's had many, probably most every Las Vegas buffet.
I've eaten every single one at one time.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not every meal, but yeah.
Well, you seek them out. You go out of your way to find them.
Yeah, so let's make a comparison, all right? So, let's look at the Palms. We actually went for breakfast, which is served Monday through Friday from 8 to 11 a.m., and the price is $24.99.
Right.
And that was what everybody was talking about is phooey on them. $24.99 is crazy for breakfast because it was $11.99 when the Palms closed, before the pandemic. It comes back at $24.99.
Right. But also a Las Vegas buffet breakfast at $24.99. Just overall, that's a pretty good deal.
Well, these days, yeah, because of the way things are changing. But as an overall assessment of it, what did you think?
Overall, I thought it was fantastic. I really liked it, and I just thought that it was very thorough. There was just so much variety to choose from.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we walked out of there going, there's this big price point concern, but there shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because this thing is worth $24.99. There was absolutely no doubt about it. There's no player's card discount, by the way, so it is $24.99.
Well, they call it a breakfast buffet, but what did you think, Anthony?
Well, I think this is unsolicited advice to them. They should not call it breakfast. They should call it brunch.
Yeah.
This is absolutely a brunch. They have all the breakfast stuff, of course, which we're going to talk about. But then they've got a big carving station. They've got dim sum. They've got Chinese. They've got pizza. They've got salads. They've got a huge dessert assortment. That's
massive.
not breakfast.
Massive.
That's not breakfast. That's brunch.
Yeah.
So anybody who's thinking, okay, this is a breakfast buffet with eggs and bacon. No, absolutely not, as you'll hear and see.
All right, so let's start with what we didn't like about the buffet. So for me, I have difficulty for breakfast doing a lot of the different dim sums and Chinese. Just too many different flavors for me personally. But I did have a lot of different things that I tried that I felt were more breakfasty.
Okay, so you don't want to eat Chinese food for breakfast?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
What about leftovers the next day after a drunken night?
Yeah, well, that always is good.
Yeah,
the grease in my stomach after a long night of drinking.
You got to be in the right mindset. For me, it was crazy because the first two things I tried I didn't like, which was the eggs Benedict and the shrimp. I wouldn't say I didn't like them, but I was just like, I'm not bowled over by these.
Yeah, I remember you didn't like the eggs Benedict, but I actually liked mine. I thought mine was fine.
Yeah, you did. I thought the meat was a little bit strange, but I'm telling you, after that, it was done. There wasn't another thing I tasted there that I thought was bad or that I would put in the negative category. And I even went back for more shrimp. So, I mean, I like the shrimp too.
Okay, so now what were your favorites?
Well, the favorites, I mean, let's just talk about how comprehensive this thing is.
Okay.
I mean, there's bagels and lox. There's a charcuterie platter. There's mixed berries. I mean, the mixed berries were fresh. These are like strawberries and blackberries and blueberries, raspberries. Terrific.
My favorite thing, since you're talking about the berries, is they had those shots of celery juice, apple
you're talking
juice.
about the juice. Yeah.
I mean,
they
that
call it
was
super juice.
Yeah, I was taking shots of it, and it was like healthy. It was delicious.
Yeah, well, that was a combination of, wasn't it celery and apple juice, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrific. Somebody in there told me they were going to sneak in some vodka and put them, throw it inside.
Don't blame
you. I mean, there was that. They had, the excellent salads. They had, a carving station with, they had brisket, they had ham, they had turkey. The best part of it was a tri-tip. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were carving.
Yeah, they had tri-tip for breakfast. I loved that. I loved the tri-tip and eggs.
Rare tri-tip. I mean, it was rare if you asked for it. So, I mean, that was absolutely excellent. Kielbasa they had. They had Chinese. They had like a Mexican station, sort of. They had something there called frijole charros. I had, which was a bean dish. It was terrific. That truffle potato casserole.
That was really good. That was one of your favorites.
That
I remember.
was amazing.
You went back for that.
Yeah, it was, it was absolutely terrific. They had good soups. I mean, you had to take small portions if you wanted to try all of this. It was really impressive all the way around.
Yeah. I totally agree. And then not even to get into the desserts, the wide variety of desserts was amazing. It was mind-blowing. It was just, there was everything that you could want as far as desserts go.
Well, they had, they had cones, ice cream cones. They had gelato with fresh berries.
That's right. They had soft serve ice cream, and then they also had the gelato.
Right. They
Can't go wrong.
They had peach cobbler. They had bread pudding.
Apple, they had like an apple pie, a la mode kind of thing that I did.
The creme brulee. And what was nice about it is that all of these were in small portions, so you could, I'm not a dessert guy. I don't think I even tried any of it, but I mean, if you're a dessert person, you can go and you can, try 2 or 3 or 4 different things.
Save room if you're a dessert person.
Yeah, but it's, they had a great way to top it off. I mean, it was really reminiscent in a way of the Bacchanal, the way that they serve their desserts there. Right. So I thought, and this is way less money than you pay there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Bacchanal buffet at Caesars is the most expensive buffet in town.
Yeah. So, at the price points when you get back to it, we both thought this was a really good deal. I mean, I really was at the point where if I didn't have to try other buffets and other meals, I'd go back and eat this just because I thought it was worth it.
Yeah, I would definitely go back and I would do this again. I would go with my girlfriend. I would sit down and just enjoy a delicious buffet. I would do this again and recommend it to everybody. The cherry on the top, though, was the staff and the ambiance.
Yeah, there were 2 things on the side that I would say that we should make note of. One was it wasn't crowded. I mean, now we're going to talk about crowded in a minute, when we talk about the lobster buffet.
Right.
But it was, we walked right in at 10 a.m. And we were able to get to all the stations great. But the main thing was the friendliness of the staff.
Yes.
And I was blown away by it. I mean, our server who took care of our table.
That's how it started. It started with a very nice server who was very attentive, got the coffees, got everything, got refills, very, very just really friendly.
Yeah, everybody's smiling. The people, the carvers behind. We met CISKO. Right?
Yeah. We got to give a special shout out to CISKO, who is one of the servers, and he has been with the company for a very long time, and told us, very excitedly about all the different types of food that they had and where it comes from.
And this was before he knew we were actually doing a show.
Yeah.
He was just treating us like regular customers.
That's correct.
And saying, look, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about that. It was terrific. And then, we met a couple of the managers who were out there checking everything. And that's another, sign of a really good operation is that people are out there checking. So obviously we like this buffet. And I mean, for breakfast.
And it's a recommendation.
Yeah. I mean, I would absolutely recommend this to anybody, for the price. There is a weekend brunch. It's $32.99. It's $8 more. I went and eyeballed it. I didn't eat it, but I took a look at it. The shrimp, back to the shrimp, looked bigger and better.
Okay.
And they had crawfish and drawn butter. That was the main difference. So, if you go on the weekend, you're going to get pretty much what we're talking about for $8 more with those additions. Dinner is $36.99 throughout the week, except for prime rib Fridays for $42.99 and Wednesdays is lobster seafood for $64.99.
Okay, so
we're going to talk about that.
Let's talk about this lobster. All-you-can-eat lobster buffet, okay? Because I was really, really excited about this when I heard that they were going to be having the Wednesday night lobsters included.
Well, this is sort of a California thing, and this is San Manuel, is the owner now of the Palms, and they did this at their casino in California, and there are others in California that do it too. It is an absolute hit. Every time they do it, I was told, actually CISKO told us that when they have the lobster buffet in California, they have to notify the state police because of all the traffic jams of people coming.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know if that's going to really play in Vegas, but oh my goodness. we were going to review it.
Yeah.
Right. We went yesterday. We were going to review it, and we showed up at. It's like I said, $64.99. We showed up at a few minutes before 4:00 when it opens, and there were, I would say, more than 400 people were already in line.
They came in droves.
Yeah, and this, I mean, I did walk through the buffet. It looked fabulous, but I don't see myself waiting for 3-4 hours in line.
Right. This is like a new Star Wars movie. It's like people are waiting in line for many hours to be in line for this buffet.
Well, I came back at 8:45 because it runs from 4 to 9. I came back to 4 at 8:45, and there was a small line. And I was like, okay, that's the play.
Yeah.
You come late and you get in the small line. And I started looking for a way to get in, and everything was closed off. And I asked the guy, attending there, I said, where do I get in for the line? He goes, no, we shut the line down at 5:00.
Okay.
So the people that they made an estimate of how long it would take, the people that were still in line had been there since 5:00.
Okay. And this was at 9:00.
This was at quarter to nine.
Okay.
So for more than 3.5 hours, they had stood in line for this buffet. So I mean, well, it looks tremendous. Unless you know what you can see. We've shown you on the screen, what these lines look like. If you know what you're getting in for, or what you're getting into, then by all means, it looks like a great buffet. But I ain't going to be standing in line for 4 hours. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good education to know what you're getting in for. You go with your family. You have the one person who doesn't gamble, wait in line, and then the rest of you guys go gamble.
Maybe they're counting. They're counting on that. I mean, that's a good marketing play,
Sure.
right? But I mean, from what I watched, I saw families all standing together. I didn't see people wandering off and gambling. So I don't know. So what do they do here, Andrew? What they do is they raise the price.
Yes.
I mean, that's probably what we're looking at.
Right.
They're probably going to raise the price. What else are they going to do? I mean, the demand is greater than what the supply. So they would, that's when you raise prices.
Right.
Take a look at the gas lines.
Okay, so we're looking to maybe compete or even surpass Bucknell with this lobster deal.
It's possible. We'll see. I'm not saying they're going to do that. I don't know what their strategy is, but I wouldn't be surprised if you want to wait in line, you don't care, and you want to get it at this price, you better do it sooner than later. That would be my only recommendation.
Okay, that's it. That is the Palms Buffet breakfast/brunch report.
It's definitely a go. It's definitely a go for the breakfast and probably for the other meals, except for the specialty night on the lobster.
You heard it here.